Hey guys. Welcome to Sunday, my Sunday live stream, I guess. And my newest project slash 1/5 that I have never owned. I've always been a pretty diehard nitro guy and never actually owned a 1/5, so this is all new foray for me. Yeah, this is a new one for me. She's a little firm fresh, this one, but so yeah, so it'll need some going over and stuff. It does run. I did drive it, so I know it does run and drive. So there's that, which is kind of nice. Hey John, hey Texas. I'll take a few seconds to say hey to everybody in here. Hey John in Texas and JR. So like I said, I know very little about the 1/5 stuff. Well, every time I looked at them, I just kind of avoided them because they were kind of way out of my price range, and everybody that had one used for sale over here just wanted a fortune for them. So I kind of steered clear of them, to be honest with you. So yeah, like it's pretty dirty, as you can see. The guy that I got this from was he just ran. He hadn't done a fucking thing to it since he bought it, and he just drove it. So I got it home, and then when I was test driving it, fortunately I found out the failsafe works, because when I was test driving it, it just quit running. And he's like, just cycle the radio a bunch of times, it'll start up again. And then I noticed the radio in my hand was dead. So anyway, long story short, I didn't push it any further. I got to see what I wanted to, that it ran, and I did drive it. And then I brought it home, and then I charged the radio. The radio's got a USB-C charger, which is kind of interesting. Hey, Bob. So yeah, so like I said, I know fuck all about the 1/5 stuff. I know lots about weed eater engines and small engines, but I know nothing about the 1/5 stuff. So this is a whole new foray for me to get into, and to go through and kind of go over it. I'd like to kind of go over it a little bit more before I run it some more, and it needs a wicked clean. Like, it's just full of mud. There's mud everywhere because he was running it in a field, like a dirt vacant lot. So it's just got fucking dirt everywhere. Yeah, no, to me it seems really stock. Like, aside from the wheels that it came with are kind of interesting. So it came with, obviously you see the front wheels. They're a dirt buster something, but then the rears, they're like a beadlock dealie with an aluminum cover, and it looks like the stock wheel is behind it. Sort of like this wheel, but it's got an aluminum outside cover for like a beadlock. But he blew the tire right out of the beadlock, so it needs tires. The rears anyway, non-paddle tires. Yeah, like I said, and the fronts are just like this, the aluminum beadlock over top of the original, like, 5-spoke wheel. You can see it in there. So yeah, so I'm gonna buy some new rubber for the rears, because these have seen better days. And there's no more foam left inside of them, because he blew the foam right out of them. So I'll buy some new rubber, and I'll put new rubber on these wheels, and then it'll be good. So yeah, those will have to be redone, and like I said, I got to peel the wheels off and shit and kind of clean this thing up. But like I said, I know it runs, because it runs. I've driven it, and it did drive. Now the place where I drove it was snow covered, and these paddle tires aren't the best in hard packed snow. So it just spun out every time. And then they didn't use any circlips for the body. They just used mechanics wire, pushed it through the holes, and that was it. So. But yeah, so I gotta put a couple clips back in the battery tray before I forget. That clip is too thick. These will fit in the cage. I hate these. Anybody have these type of clips with this little claw end on them? Man, I hate those ones. They're such a bugger to use. Hey, Pimp. Hey, high velocity. Yeah, so I had to, like I said, I pulled the battery out and kind of went through the electronics briefly when I brought it home, because I was worried that there was something else wrong with it. But everything seemed to check out. There. And then he said it needs an exhaust gasket, so he just crammed, it's got Phillips screws in it. So, thanks, John. I picked it up for a relatively good price. Normally these things come up quite expensive around me anyway, and I managed to pick this one up for $300 Canadian running. So I was pretty happy with that, and actually not very far from me, so which is a bonus as well. So I thought it was a great deal anyway. And like I said, the fella that I got it from had no idea. He was not an RC guy. He was I don't even know how he got his hands on it, but his place looked like a junkyard, so he had shit everywhere, and he just was like, I don't play with it, I don't use it, so I just kind of like to get rid of it and get some money out of it. So he sold it to me for what he paid for it. So how he got it for $300, I have no idea, but anyway, long story short, I ended up getting it off of him. So. Sweet, Pip, thanks. I can't wait, when I finish doing my shop setup, I've just been, life's been so fucking crazy lately, that I wanna put a TV up there, so that I can sit out here when you guys are doing your lives and your videos and stuff, and I can wrench on my stuff and watch your guys' stuff, and which is what I look forward to, but I just haven't had time to kind of finish that project yet, so. And it's ugly as shit outside here today. It's raining and kind of crappy. Yeah, I gotta do a little bit more reading on some of this stuff because I don't quite understand how some of this stuff comes apart. I don't want to force anything, but it looks like it's missing a piece up here. So I'm not sure what's supposed to go over top of this engine. Looks like another cover or something. And then I think there's supposed to be some sort of body work that goes over this as well. And this looks like an aftermarket air filter. Like I said, I don't know much about it. And I noticed that the top caps for the shocks were very loose, so they're probably empty, probably full of mud and water. So that needs to be done. We don't have that much right now, which is surprising for us. It's just raining right now, just ugly outside, which is weird for us. Usually we get tons of snow by now, but not much really at all. We got maybe 3 inches standing in my yard now. There. It's got little body clips missing everywhere. I keep finding them. I gotta catch up on some guys' videos. I've seen that Hybrid has a 1/5 video out today, and I know Joey's working on putting one out today, and I see Pimp has one out today, and Texas has one out. So I gotta go sit down tonight and catch up on some videos and stuff. I like to try and catch all your guys' videos when they're fairly current. But like I said, I'm a little bit behind because me and my wife went out for a bit of a date on the weekend, so we were gone to the city for the overnight. So yeah, so now I'm gonna sit back down and get into it. Oh yeah, it will. Once I just give it a quick spray down and some air, it'll look a lot better. It just right now it just looks fucking gross. And I gotta fix this wing. I don't know what's going on with it. It's a little bit off kilter. You can kind of see it. It's somebody really did a number on it. I'm not quite sure how that even. Oh, there's why it looks crooked. It's missing another body clip. Like I said, body clips everywhere. I'm gonna fix this stupid body clip. There. That's more like it. Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure it's supposed to have like washers or something. Hold that thing steady. They're missing little stuff. But it's a testament to how tough these things are, because the fella that owned this thing, like I said, he just drove the bag off it. He didn't do squat to it. He just drove it. Like, he, I think there's a wood screw in his exhaust mount. That's kind of interesting. Oh no, that's the hex screw. It's just bent like a banana. Oh, check that out. Screws are hanging out underneath here. Some are missing. I wonder if that's even any, if that's going to go in or out or fucked or what. Oh yeah. Look at that. There's a catch. That was coming out. This looks like a screw that's supposed to be in here, and one in there is missing. What are the odds this comes out? Holy Christ, it's going to come out. Bent. like I said, that hooked a rock or something. Check the screw out. I can't believe that didn't break. Focus. I wonder if I should try and straighten that or just replace it. I don't think I have one that size. I think it's an M5. I don't have a pan head though. See what happens if I can straighten it. It's either straighten or it'll break. Geez, I think that screw is made of butter. I actually got it straight. Oh, now the screw, I squished it too hard. No. I'll just change that. You said the whole kit? Complete body kit. Sick. I'll probably just change the screw later, then I'll put this in here for now. It's a really big hex on that one. Where'd my hex driver go? What size hex driver do I need for that thing? There we go. Are any monster trucks? Are any monster trucks your favorite nitros? My MGTs I still have a really big soft spot for. They're kind of my favorites, I guess. I have one in particular that's my favorite because I've owned it for a very, very long time. And it's kind of like family, you know. It's been around a long time, and it's kind of old hat, right? You know. There we go. That'll hold that together now. I'll replace that with a pan hitch screw later. There. Yeah, the one of my MGTs over there was an 8.0, but now it's got a HPI 4.6 in it, and it's been around for a long time. I think I've had it 10 years. It's just old faithful. I love the MGTs, Pimp. I don't know. For me, they make sense how they're put together. I just really enjoy them. They're a really great kit. I feel bad. I sent one so I sold one to Raw a little while ago. It was kind of one that I had pieced together out of bits and pieces, and I thought it had a transmission in it that I had gone through. Apparently, it wasn't one that I had gone through. It just slammed one in it. But Raw said that he took it apart, and the second speed clutch was kind of fucked up in it. And anyway, long story short, I kind of felt bad because I did sell it to him really cheap, but it's more or less a parts truck. But it needed some love in the transmission and whatnot. But he's got it up and running already. John, I recommend them if you have a chance to get them. I have every version of the MGT that they made. I've got the 8.0, the different generations of the 8.0. I have the .21. I've got the .46. I've got the different generations of those. I've got the .30, the mini, and like I said, they're just a great solid monster truck. I like the Savages, don't get me wrong, but the MGTs are a little bit of a soft spot for me, for sure. Man, if I'm gonna, I have one that I affectionately call it the parts MGT, and I beat the fucking tar out of that thing. It's my test bench for the engines, because the engines come in and out so easy. I throw engines in that one. It's probably had I'm not exaggerating. I bet you it's had 10 or 15 engines in it in the last 5 years. Just because I'll throw one in it, test it for a while, then I'll take it out, put something else in it. It's just because, like I said, they're just so fast to take the engine in and out of. And they're so easy to set the gear mesh that I tend to, they're my go-to for testing. Now, I got a question for you guys. I know a lot of you, some of you guys run 1/5 and some of you do not. This guy was running 50-to-1 still fuel in this thing. And it ran fine when I test drove it. It wasn't leaning out bad or anything. And I'm just a little worried that he would have prematurely hurt this engine. He doesn't seem like it. It seems it's got wicked compression and starts right up. I did buy some 40-to-1, and I'm going to add a little bit of mixed fuel to it just to fatten it up. Do you mix your own fuel, John? 25, 30-to-1 and everything. Yeah, so I bought some True Fuel that's it's got a synthetic blend in it, so you can actually run a little bit higher mixture in it. Like, so it's a 40-to-1, but I'm going to add a little bit of more mixed fuel to it to make it about a 30-to-1. But I like that the True Fuel stuff has stabilizer in it. So this stuff has a stabilizer in it. So you can, it doesn't separate. It's a synthetic oil. And the reading I've been doing says you can run a 40-to-1 where you would normally run a 30-to-1. So I'm going to try this stuff. I know I've run it in other things before, and it does wake stuff up pretty bad, but yeah, this stuff's ethanol free as well. So I was going to try this stuff. Plus, I think the spout for my fuel jug will screw on these, kind of, so you'll end up with kind of like that. I think. So like I said, he was running still 50-to-1, and the research I read on the 50-to-1 still stuff, they run synthetic oil in there, so you can run it at a leaner concentration, but I don't know if I want to trust that theory quite yet. Dragon Mods, thanks, buddy. I hope I don't know if it's the original or not. Like I said, I know shit about these things. Really, this is my first one. So we'll see. Hey, Rob. We were just talking about the MGT you bought. It looks like I said, it's not in horrible shape, aside from the fact that it's filthy, which is kind of par for the course, I guess. So it needs a good clean. It does power up and it does run. I got to make a exhaust gasket for it. That's about all. Oh, you just ran it, Rob. How's it running? Yeah, the color's not bad. Like I said, the paint's got a little bit of gravel rash to it, but it's not horrible. It came out of Alberta, so it was mostly run in fields, and so it doesn't have a lot of gravel rash. It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of dirt, obviously, and mud from running in fields, but and then I got to figure out what pieces of cage is missing, because it looks like there's supposed to be a piece of cage here. There's extra pins, holes here. Something used to be here, so. I can't wait to see the video on it, Raw. Hopefully you put one out soon. That would be awesome. Little weaking. I got it. Running good. A little bit of tuning. Not surprised. Quite an elevation difference from where you live to where I live, for sure. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Bob. I think I'll probably strip it right down and give it take it, even maybe take it to the car wash and just lay the boots to it. Looks like everything comes out just by pins. But yeah, so this is the radio it came with. I've never even seen this brand before. Oh no, never mind. It's just a Fly Sky. It was just so filthy I couldn't see the description. So it's a Fly Sky radio, just a cheapy one. And it's a FSGT2B. So. Well, we get, I can get all kinds of gnarly chemical stuff here because we work by the mine, so I can get all kinds of detergents. I find that Castrol Super Clean works really good. You just got to be careful with it. Yeah, it does. Everything seems to work not too bad. Can we see if it will light off? That high enough? I don't want to shoot this off the table. Here's the choke. Give it some choke. Give it a couple pumps. around this rubber. That's minor. It's loud, I'll tell you what. She's spicy. What do you guys think of that? She runs. Anyway, I see the exhaust leak around there. So I gotta do a little bit there, and I see it's leaking a little bit of fuel out of this rubber that goes in the top of the tank. So yeah, but she's a runner. I gotta, like I said, build an exhaust gasket for it. That's no big deal. I'll build that out of some garlic paper, and I'll just make my own, and put some proper screws in there instead of those shitty flat blade screws. I don't know how loud that was on the phone, but I'm sure that was pretty obnoxious. At least the pipe was pointing that way. But yeah, so, and it's got this Outerworks filter over top of the pull start, so that's kind of nice. Save the pull start anyway. But at least it's still, like, I know the guy said he had 50 to 1 in it, but at least it still smokes. So it's not too lean. You know, I don't know, Texas. I don't know if that's the original engine or what. I think it's the original engine in it. So I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, like I said, man, I just got this thing, so I really don't know. I think it's all original. Like, I think the engine is all original. I don't see any other marks on it that would dictate otherwise. Still got the HPI air filter. It doesn't look like it uses a reed valve, no. Yeah, 25 to 1 is way richer than 50 to 1, obviously, right? But it's like I said, he had 50 to 1 in it. That's still fuel, so that you buy premixed, and it seems to run fine in it. And he said he's run a gallon through it. It didn't kill it, so we'll see. Like, I don't know if this is the stock pipe or that's an aftermarket pipe or what. So, like I said, I'll do some studying tonight and see if I can figure out what's what. And I may even silicone these covers closed, just to preserve the electronics, because I'll just pull the lid off when I go to work on it. The stock pipe's black, so this is an aftermarket pipe. Yeah, like, it's fucking loud. Like, I don't think the phone does it justice, but my God, it's just obnoxious in the shop. Definitely not a stock pipe. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that if that was stock, they'd have got some complaints. Because, wow, it just, and then when you get it out on the street, it's even worse. It just echoes, especially because I live in a valley. It just echoes off the mountains, and it just sounds like the rudest two-stroke dirt bike going down the road you could possibly imagine. I mean, fortunately, my town's pretty used to that, so they're not gonna bitch too much because they're all pretty used to snowmobiles and dirt bikes and people ripping around all over the place, so nobody's gonna complain. I wanna see what these wheels are about. So yeah, like I said, I know very little about this, and same as the meathead that I got it off of. I mean, he was a nice enough fella, but he didn't know shit about this thing, and he just he was just a junk collector of massive proportion. And the funny part is, as I'm taking this thing away, he's like, "Oh hey, I got a bunch of nitro trucks in my basement." He said, "Do you want to come look at those too?" And I said, "Oh, you do?" And he said, "Yeah, I got them with some other shit that he got." And he's like, "I'll gather it all up and I'll make you a deal on them." So I go in the house and have a look. There's an HSP and a Savage and a period correct boat from probably, my guess is the late 80s, early 90s, and it's all there, and it's like a big cigar boat, Budweiser cigar boat with the old airplane starter and outboard style engine on it with a big top hat on. And he's like, "Oh, I'll sell that to you too." And I'm like, "Okay, well, send me a price." And he's gonna take a picture of it and send me a price, and I'll end up with all that shit too. Because you're probably thinking of mixing oil, cable is opposite. Clean it up and get some of your tires. What do you mean, Bob? Yeah, it mixing oil tables backwards. So the lower the first number, the more oil it has to fuel. Oh, there. You know, I bet you I could salvage that tire. You know, I bet you I could salvage that. It's not that messed up. It just popped out of the bead lock. Needs a good clean. Do you guys glue your bead locks? Or no? Man, there's dirt in the bead lock and everything. Yeah, that's what I thought, Pimp. That's why I was like, I thought that was a little odd. Give this a bit of a blow job here. There, that looks better. All right. I probably should give that a bit of a clean too. I think these are way bigger than 17. I'm thinking these are probably like, they look like 23, 24 mil hex. Man, it fits so nice now. I took all the dirt out. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like I said, I'll probably end up with that other stuff from that guy too. There'll be, like I said, another Savage and whatnot that he had there, so that should prove interesting. The Savage that he had was intact, which was surprising, and he didn't have any nitro fuel to run it, so we don't think he had a chance to do any damage to it. Yeah, last specs. Not sure how good this tire is going to go on here. This might prove interesting. It's pretty sacked out, this tire. I don't know if it's gonna want to go on there or not. He stretched the shit out of it when he blew it up. Which MGTs did you run, Pimp? An 8.0? Come on, get in there. There we go. I think I got her. Yeah, I believe every MGT, no, unless there's some oddball one out there that doesn't. Every MGT I own has reverse. A couple of them I haven't deleted. Only like my Parks MGT, and only because I just didn't bother putting a reverse turbo in it. There, one side. That went on there better than I thought it was gonna. There. One. He's a little lumpy. Due for testing purposes though. Yeah, Raw, I got some snow. It's pissing rain today. And windier than shit. So it's not very nice to run RC in today. I did one run yesterday with one of the young fellas from behind me here, and he brought his little RC over and he wanted to run with me, and so I brought one out and we ran for a little while. But it was cold and snowing yesterday, so it wasn't so bad. Stuff stayed dry. So I ran one of the old T-Maxes yesterday. Yeah, today's just one of those really wet and sloppy days, and they pounded the salt to the road, so I don't like running when it's like that because it just gets so salty and so gross. Got it. See if I can just get away with doing one side on this. These are so much. I got a pair of 1/8 bead locks and they're such a bitch. These are actually way nicer. They got like little grooves where everything drops into. What's that? Oh, the Dragon. I've seen those engines. I think these 5Bs and stuff remind me of my Subarus. You can put a bigger engine in it, but it seems like the rest of the kit just kind of falls apart when you put too big a shit in it, and then you're just constantly chasing the upgrades till you find out where your weak points are. Oh man, I should have pulled that tire off. There's a lot of fucking shit in that tire. Oh, and there's a solid lump of something in there. Oh, I better pull that tire off. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's something gnarly in there. Yes, I'm redoing that. Good practice. It's kind of like the Jado, you know. You can put a big block in a Jado, sure, but then all you do is chase it around. Hey Rob, thanks buddy, appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Yeah, like, there's lots of things you could do or should do, but all you do is chase your failures around forever. Oh, I'm not surprised rod's probably all disintegrated in pieces. I didn't even put the foam back in that other one because there was only tiny chunks of it left. So I'm just going to leave these foamless just temporarily till I buy new tires, but at least it'll allow me to run it around to test it without wrecking the paddle tires. You know, I don't even know, John, what it uses for a brake. I haven't even looked that far into it, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, the rubbers are just hard as shit. Look at that. Gross. They're more mud than rubber. Ugh. Look at that. Mmm. I don't even know if that was actually foam. It feels more like rubber. It feels more like mud. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably disintegrate, John, pretty quick, I'm sure, but I'm just gonna do this till I get new tires for it. Just cause these paddle tires are they're pretty gnarly on hard pack. Jesus, I'm making a mess. Well, if you do, Ron, that'd be awesome. There. That's way better. Hey, BBT. You gonna lose it? Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's just I don't want to ruin those paddles. Just fucking around with it. So these are already screwed anyway, so I'm not gonna hurt anything, but just like I said, for testing, I don't wanna ruin them paddle tires till I can actually utilize them. I mean, I suppose I could have taken some buggy foams and cut them up and stuck them in there for now, but I also don't want to wreck those either. Sweet, thanks, bro. Let me know what you want for him. These tires aren't too bad. I mean, I priced them out on. I can get the Proline ones on Amazon for about $100 a pair. Yeah, there's not much life left in these things. It sucks that they're beadlock and you can't flip them, like for rotations. Of course, the one hole I tried to stick a screw in is fucked. There we go. Oh, okay, Rod, just let me know. That'd be awesome. At least we're in Canada, so we don't get hit with tariffs. I'll have a look at the brakes here in a second, Dragon. There. That's gonna roll so much nicer. But those aren't gonna work worth a shit. Without the foam in them, there's no structure. Should have filled them full of spray foam. Let's look. I don't even know what the brake looks like in this thing. Okay, forward. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So the brake is a big dirty disc right behind the spur. So yeah, the disc is right in there. It's right, you can see it move when I move it back and forth. Yeah, so it's right in here off of the transmission drive. So it looks like it breaks through the transmission. You guys don't want to listen to that thing. There. Should we throw these on just for shits and giggles, just see what it looks like, rather than the paddle tires? I gotta clean some dirt off here, so hold on. All right, let's see if we can find a socket. You guys said 23, right? That's 22. And 4. Fifteen sixteenths is the standard equivalent, or 24 mil. Ugh. Drop those on the cleaning table anyway. Yeah, I use Simple Green. I take it with me in pump bottles at the car wash. So I just mix it up in these weed sprayers. That's Simple Green in there, and then I just take it to the car wash, and then you pump it, and you just squirt. Simple Green's nice because it doesn't fuck up your electronics. It doesn't screw up your bearings. It's safe for plastic. You know? Is that not what I want, I know? There it goes. Fuel cap leaked. Look at the dirt. There. That looks way better. But these tires are going to be just, they're not too bad. We'll see what they do. Yeah, I use spray 9 too, but I find spray 9 over time will make your plastics brittle. So I don't like to use it all the time. Now, I don't have any left, but believe it or not, my favorite cleaner is if you go to Costco or you go to even the grocery store, it's called scrubbing bubbles, and it comes in an aerosol, and it's a foaming bathroom cleaner. And I have played with every kind of stuff under the sun, and that foaming bathroom cleaner, especially the shower spray stuff, man, it works the best. You just watch the dirt run off it. It takes all the grease off, it takes all the oils, it just cleans it right up. It does a phenomenal job. I wish I had a can to show you guys. I'm out right now, and I forgot to buy. I kicked myself. I forgot to buy some at Costco, because usually if you go to Costco, you can buy like a 4 or 5 pack of it, and it does a phenomenal job. You just give it a hose, let the foam sit, and all your shit just runs right off. It's so good. Hey, Joey. Yeah, I really wish I had a can of it kicking around, but I'm all out. Here we go. There, I'm all out right now, but this is what the can looks like. This shit works really good. You get, like I said, you get it at Costco. Got a nice big nozzle on the end of it. Comes out really nice and foamy, and it works really well. Yeah, and it doesn't mess up your rubbers, because it's what it's not built for, and it doesn't mess up any of your. I have yet to have it mess up a servo, so I really like it. Yeah, so like I said, it should be pretty fun. I'm gonna do some research on it. I gotta service these front shocks because, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's no oil in them. Now that I got some tires on it, these won't be the best in the snow, but at least they don't have to worry about ruining the paddles. I missed one of those wheel lock nuts. There. That looks so much better with those wheels on it. I mean, the other ones were cool and all, but I think what I'll do is I'll get a set of sand ribs to go with those paddle tires. Hey, Riggs. I wonder if that rubber will swell back up. Probably leaking from sitting. There. Now, yesterday there was a dirty click in the front end of this thing when you go to steer, and I think that was some of these clips that were missing. And I noticed when I fired it up earlier, it didn't do that. Oh yeah, Rinks, you didn't see it. The shit that was all over this bench when I just swapped these tires over was gross. Like this thing's dirty. Like look at the inside of these wheels. Here, these wheels must be 5 pounds a piece. Look at the shit that's in there. Like crazy. There. I just knocked a bunch of dirt out of those wheels. Jesus. So there, yeah. Like I said, they were really heavy. Even just taking that shit out of there, they probably now they're a lot lighter. And I just all I did was just scrape it out quickly. I'll soak those and let them dry. I hear you there, Bob. I was up in Fort Mac for the week, last week, and it was minus 40, and then it was minus 40 something with the wind chill, and it was just gross, just gross. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who just come, we did run this earlier. It ran really well. It is obnoxiously loud. Like, it's pretty much off the chain how loud this thing is. So, um, some of the boys were saying that this is an aftermarket pipe, which is really cool, but it's very loud. It's it's something. What was my first nitro, Joey? Oh, John? So my first nitro was actually a USA one, original USA one. I don't have it anymore. That one is long gone. My parents separated when I was in my 20s, and then when I moved out and they sold the family home, it got discarded, which is kind of sad, but it happens, you know. I left it there. It's my fault, I guess. But and then my very first one was actually a Kyosho Bandit. I believe it was called. It was a 2-wheel drive buggy, 1/8 scale buggy, and it was a nitro, and it had a little belt that ran to the drive line. It was a great buggy, but then my next monster truck was the USA one, and I managed to find a original USA one. It's over on the shelf over there. Yeah, I think that, I don't, like, again, I don't know if this is the original engine or not. I think it's a 32, that's in it. I don't know 100%, but I gotta do some checking. Or was it 23 cc? So yeah, so it's a 23 cc. Potentially, I don't know. Like I said, it has all the original stickers are on it, so I'm assuming it's the original engine. It doesn't look like it wouldn't be, but like you guys are, this is only the second time this thing's ever been running since I got it. So was today with you guys, because I haven't had time to play with it much other than make sure the radio gear was safe to run. So. It could say under this tin cover. I imagine it does. Probably when I clean it up, I'll find a number on it somewhere. It might even say underneath this Outerworks filter cover. It's got a fairly large Lifey battery in it. It's probably a, geez, I don't know. It's I didn't count the cells on it, but it's a fairly large battery, and actually came with this charger, which is kind of nice. It came with this Lifey charger, which is a nice little charger. I had to build an adapter for it, just so it charged properly. Yeah, there's blue outerwears cover somebody put on here. It's Velcroed on. It filters the outside of the pull star. Yeah, it's mostly, like I said, it's all intact. Believe it or not, it's not all that beat up. It's mostly there. It's just, like I said, it needs a really good clean. And I think it won't be too bad. Like the bottom's not all that scraped up. Like the front plastics aren't messed up too bad. I think once it gets a good clean, it won't be too gross. Like it's pretty decent, really. Even the rear A-arms aren't that badly messed up. For what I paid for it, it's pretty good. Yeah, and obviously I gotta redo the oil in the front shocks. I'll probably do the shocks all the way around, because I don't think there's fuck all in them, because this top cap was finger tight yesterday when I brought it home. So I'm pretty sure they're empty. So I gotta do that. And then like I said, I gotta get tires. Ross said he's got some tires he'll make a deal on me with. And yeah, and then I'll give it a good clean, put some fresh fuel in it, maybe do a little bit of tuning, and she'll be ready to rock. And then, and I do know by fluke that the failsafe works, because like I said, when I test drove this thing, the remote went dead and it just stopped. Put the brakes on, stopped, which was perfect. And then I'd like to see if I can find some of the factory body work and shit like that. It would be kind of nice. And maybe this, I think there's supposed to be a roll cage piece for the front that's missing. But yeah, like I said, for $300 Canadian, I wasn't gonna bitch. It runs and drives, and what more could you ask for? You did, John. I can refire it if you want. It does start easy. I'll grab a I just want to hear it one more time. I'll make sure the pipe's pointing away from the camera, because it is, like I said, loud. I don't think they're too much different. You still have a high and a low speed. Just the screws are both together. Now, I don't know if I need to choke this or not, because I had it running, so we'll see. There. Now that everybody's deaf. Yeah, she's a bit loud. I hope nobody had headphones on. And I noticed it's leaking out of this gasket right here. Oh, this rubber that goes into the tank is leaking where the hoses go down into the tank around it. So I don't know. I should probably see if I can replace that rubber. Yeah, right where the hoses go down in there when it's running, I can see it burp out of there. So I don't know if I should change that, or if it's going to swell up and quit leaking, or if I should just silicone that. But I don't really like that too much. Yeah, you can see the knock down in there, but there. Yeah, so I'll see if I can I'm gonna make a bit of a grocery list for this thing. I noticed I can get most of the parts off of Amazon. Yeah, and like I said, he's got shitty flat blade screws in that exhaust manifold, so I'll pull that out of there. Doesn't look like it's too bad to get that pipe out of there. Just so I can do a little bit of maintenance to it. Maybe give that pipe a clean. There's a good haze in here now. I think I'll just turn the fan on for a minute. She's a little foggy in here. There. That should clear that out. But I'm pretty impressed with it. I think that'll be fun. Can't wait to give it a good clean and kind of go over it. Take most of the schmoo off it. Like I said, I don't know a ton about them. I do know lots of those small engines, so it shouldn't be too bad. But pulls in lots of fresh air. Yeah, and like I said, it had a little fly sky radio, just a cheap radio, but works. Seems to work pretty decent. So this has a rechargeable battery in it, which is kind of cool. What's that, John? Is it? I believe it is the stock engine. I'm pretty sure. Like for the little bit that I know about it, with being with has all the factory stickers and everything on the outside of this case, I'm pretty sure it's the stock engine. You said yours leaks there if you don't run it that much? Oh, yeah, okay. That's kind of what I figured, John. I think that's just what I'll do. I'm just going to take some good gasket maker silicone and just give that a little bit of love right around those pipes. And I think that'll probably stop that. It's not leaking atrociously, it's just enough that I can see some bubbles come out of there, so. That's what I'll do too. And then just let it cure. Because the fuel lines are still nice and supple and everything, they're not hard, so it should be fine that way. Which engine is that, Joey? Is it that one that BBT has? SX21. That'd be a good engine for a 1.8 buggy. You looking to change that engine in that new one you got already? From that Hoveo? Man, that fan sure is nice. It cleans this out nicely. Oh, that STS. Yeah, I have that STS in one of those buggies, and that's a great engine. Great engine. It's probably one of the easiest engines I ever broke in. I gotta admit, that was an easy engine to break in. But, yeah. Just let me turn that fan off and stuff. Yeah, that's better. Now I can hear you guys. It will say HPI on the sticker where the pull start is. Yeah, it's got this outerworks cover over it. I don't really want to disturb it because I kind of like it on there. I'll pull it off later. But like I said, with all these safety stickers and shit all over it, I'm pretty sure it's the original engine if I was to guess. It sure starts nice and it runs great. Just need to do, like I said, need an exhaust gasket put in there. I'll do that later this week. Or maybe even this evening. And then first things first, I gotta kind of clean this thing up. It's fucking disgusting. I feel like I'm working on one of my vehicles. It's that dirty. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is when you buy a used nitro, or he used RC. Some people clean them lots, and some people don't. It's got a two-stage filter in it. It's got a foam and an outer foam. Yeah, it's got an inner foam filter and an outer foam filter, and it's kind of looks like it's an aftermarket. It has a number 1 and an oval thing filter on it. It's a little bit different. It's the HPI housing, but this is an aftermarket filter. It's very clean, which is surprising. It's the cleanest thing on the fucking buggy. Yeah, I can't wait to come out here and spend some quality time giving this a clean. And so I can kind of go over it and see what's missing and what's not and what's broke. What's funny is, remember that hoard collection of shit that I bought the other week with those savages and whatnot? There's actually a dog bone for one of these and parts for one of these in that mess. Where is that box of shit? There's a box of stuff. What do I do with that? Nothing there. There's a little brown box. Oh shit. What do I do with that? Cleaning up in here, now I can't find it. Oh well. It's here somewhere. I don't remember where I put that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, see? Of all the things to be in a random box of stuff. Yep. That's an axle. Brand new. Still has the rubber boots on it. Oh man, BBT, that sucks, buddy. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, it's got 2 filters in there. It's a double stack filter. Why are you saying? Yeah. Oh, good night. Okay, Dragon. Later, buddy. But on that note, I actually I've been gone all weekend. I've been, and then I was on not vacation. I was away for work all week, so I haven't got much of time to spend with my puppy. So I'm actually gonna, and she looked pretty dejected that I came out here. So I'm actually gonna head in the house and get some stuff done before I go back to work tomorrow. And then, oh, what is this? It says DDM Racing. I'm not sure what that is, so maybe that's the pipe. But I will say goodbye, and I will see you guys next week. And hopefully I can get out here and get this cleaned up a bit, and maybe we can take it for a rip if the weather continues to get warm as it is. So. Oh, sorry, Dragon, buddy. I misunderstood, but yeah, I'll say good night and or good evening or wherever you guys are at, and thank you very much again for joining me. I do appreciate everybody that does come in, and I love hanging out with you guys. And oh hey, Offna, I didn't know you were here, buddy. Sorry. And everybody have a great week, and be safe, and don't take anything for granted. Especially even your health, you know, it can change in a minute. So I was working with a bunch of fellas up north that are even younger than me that have massive health problems, and I'm still ticking. So don't take it for granted. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. Have a great evening.